Hey, what's up everybody? I'm J. Scott Helms. Today I'm going to talk to you about a piece of storage gear for your home gym. More specifically, this is a fitness gear 3-tier dumbbell rack that has the capacity of 1,000 pounds. It's great for your medicine balls, your dumbbells, or if you're expanding your gym, give you room to grow. So we're going to unbox this thing, put it together, and take a look at it. So stand by. Alright, so here's how it comes. The box itself is just short of 4 feet long. It's about 6 inches thick, and I'm going to guess that it weighs about 35-40 pounds. There's nothing on here to tell me that. I'm just kind of guessing. So one person can move this around pretty easily. As I said, this is a fitness gear, and I picked this up at Dick's Sporting Goods. And I feel like it must be a fairly new product. I just became aware of it and saw it for the first time about 3 weeks ago. The store closest to me didn't even have them. I couldn't order it, so I actually drove a little ways to pick this one up. It was $109.99 is what they sell for, but if you're on Dick's mailing list, you get coupons for 10, 15, 20% off all the time. You can probably pick this up a little cheaper. So a couple of the key points here, if you can read them from there or not, but it's supposed to be heavy duty, supposed to support 350 pounds per tier, so a little over 1,000 pounds. And they say it's good for your dumbbells, medicine balls, kettlebells, and oddly, they say Olympic plates. Now there are no pins to store plates on here, so I don't know if they mean just stacking them on there. I'm not sure what they mean by that. But if you want to store your Olympic plates on a 3-tier rack, this one will do it. All right, so this is just as it came. Box is still taped up, so I'm going to move the camera, cut it open, and we'll take a look at it. All right, let's cut this box open and see what we got. Alright, so everything's packed in pretty good. Everything's got cardboard separating it. We got a pile of paperwork here. Looks like instructions. Got a little warning about missing parts. And we got all our hardware. Everything seems to be in pretty good shape. Nothing looks dinged up or scratched up. Looks pretty good so far. All right, let's get this spread out and see if we can put it together. Quick shot of everything that came in the box, including the hardware and the instruction manual. So you got about 9 pieces and then some hardware there. And you will also need a 14mm wrench, a number 5 Allen wrench. All the hardware is metric, go figure. And the Allen wrench does not come with the kit, so you're going to have that or get that. You could probably do this with a couple of adjustable wrenches, but it would definitely be a pain in the ass. Alright, let me get this back on a tripod and we'll start putting it together. Okay, so for step 1, you're going to need these 3 pieces. Step 2, you're going to do the exact same thing again. So in other words, you have 2 of each of these pieces, and you're going to do 2 separate assemblies. Alright, so we'll get the first one put together, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so here's your first 2 pieces, 2 steps completed. 3 pieces on each piece, and they're going to be the legs for the entire thing. There you go. All right, let's move on to the next step. All right, so our first step was putting these uprights together. The second step is putting these trays on. So they look like this in the box. Yep. So you put these on, you're attaching it to both legs, and you're just leaving it loose for now. Just thread it on by hand so that it sits there loose. And that'll give you enough room to get the other two put in, and then you go back and wrench everything down. So I'm going to put the other two on, and then we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so here's the finished product. You've got 1, 2, 3 racks. Get a little bit of a side view there. So what I'll do next is I will get this up against a wall and let you get a look at it head on, what it'll look like sitting up against your wall. I'll throw a couple dumbbells on it, maybe some kettlebells. I'll also give you a little walk around with the camera so you can see some of the things up close that you probably can't see from that angle. Alright, sit tight. Alright, so here's a quick side view. And I'm going to move into a couple of points I want you to see. So as we come down to the foot here, it has welds on this bracket, front and back. Same here. And those welds look really good. The hardware is good. It also has plastic feet front and back, so it won't mark up your floor if you've got hardwoods or tile or something like that. Where the trays attach, they're bolted through the frame. And you can see they come all the way through. The trays also have on the back side, if you can see it, they're welded together, and the welds are really good. They're not spotty, they're not little dots. It actually runs the complete top to bottom. The finish across it is really good. It's a little dusty and dirty. It's also got plastic caps on top. Doesn't really matter, they're just there for looks. Everything was there, all the hardware. Alright, so let me get this thing repositioned and we'll take a look at it with a load on it. Alright, so here's the finished product. I have about 500 pounds on it right now, holding up pretty good. A couple of things. From the front of this foot to the wall that I have it set up against is 21 inches. Outside to outside, the overall length is 44 and a half, and your usable space on the tiers is 41 inches. So now I have this top one loaded up. You can see you have space for about one more dumbbell, one more kettlebell, but I've got the dumbbells on here. I have two 30-pound kettlebells sitting on here right there. It's impressive for 109 bucks. Is it commercial quality? No. But it does seem pretty sturdy. I don't think I'm going to have 1,000 pounds on it anytime soon, but I think it actually would hold it. Also, you have some room underneath for storage. I managed to stick a couple of handles back underneath there. All in all, for 109 bucks, I think it's really worth it. Anyway, that's the finished product. So let me get the camera moved and I'll tell you just a little bit more about it. Okay, so to sort of wrap this one up, it's fitness gear and it's available at Dick's Sporting Goods. It's 109 bucks, 109.99 I believe. And considering you can get coupons from them every other day of the week, you could probably pick this thing up for 10 or 15% off when they have them in stock. Like I said earlier, the one closest to me, which is about an hour away, didn't have them. I had to make a trip a little farther away to get it. But they had a pallet full of them at the other one. I kind of wish now I had picked up two of them. After seeing how the kettlebells sit on them, I think it would be great for your kettlebells that start at, say, 20 pounds on up. Anything smaller probably going to slip through the tier that the dumbbells sit on. Again, it's not commercial quality. But I do believe it would hold 1,000 pounds. I also don't think you're going to use this outside or under a carport or something. It has a good coating on it that's in good shape, but I don't think it would stand up to the weather for very long. I think you'd be okay to put it on hardwood, carpet, tile. It does have pretty good rubber feet on it, but depending on how much weight you're going to put on it, you know, sink into that hardwood. You know, all in all, I think it's a pretty good piece of storage, and it's a lot better than what I was using before. I had a couple of the small Gold's Gym. They were about 21 inches wide. You were only going to get maybe 200 pounds, 250 pounds on them. But the upshot to those were you could pick them up at Walmart, you can order them online, and they're around 30 bucks. I will probably repurpose those for kettlebells for the time being. But if you have any questions on this rack, let me know. Put them in the comments down below. Also, if you don't mind, please give this video a like if you got something out of it. And please subscribe. It really helps me out, and I really, really appreciate it. Anything else, drop it in the comments down below. I love to answer questions. And until next time, be careful, be safe, and I will see you in about a week.